This is how I live. This is what I love. This is all the things that my dreams have been made of.
Welcome to my life. This is what I love. This is what the soundtrack to my life is made of. Music, love, life.
Welcome to another episode of Music, Love, Life. Today we have the beautiful Crystal.
Good afternoon.
The handsome Kevin, and somewhere in between, I guess.
Yeah, I'm sitting over here on the side.
What's good, yo? Hey, check this out. How about last night I went to Waffle House. As soon as I pulled up, my cook, like I saw the dude out back smoking a blunt. I got so excited, dude. I knew this food was finna be fire.
Oh, but do you know you have? It's like your cook. How did you know it was the cook?
Because when you pull up, it's a cook, especially when you pull up late night.
It's only one cook?
It's a cook.
Oh.
You know, they be short staffed. It don't be nobody in there. See, I like to go to the ones
which
like not crowded.
Yeah, I was like, that must be
I don't want to be there when everybody else is there.
Right.
But then the food is fresh.
Right. It don't take long.
It don't, yeah.
Waffle House is... Are they known for their fresh food?
I don't do Waffle House, period, because I'm always afraid they haven't washed the griddle. The griddle has not been washed. It's open 24 hours. Every time I go in there, a few of the cooks have like no teeth.
That's seasoning though. The grill not being cooked.
I don't like the bacterial seasoning. I
was cool as long as he just didn't ash the blunt in my eggs. Like
he probably did. He probably did. You probably
cooking it with it in his mouth.
Hey, hold on, give me 1 second. Hey man, ain't no thing. But it's Waffle House, so already, and like I'm a healthy eater.
You are,
right? So I'm pretty sure that the cooktop, like my hash browns, is probably cooked in the same spot where the sausage and the bacon was.
It was.
And I'm not a pork eater.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I know where I'm at. It is what it is.
Do you even eat meat? Do you eat meat?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if you ate meat. I thought you might have been vegan.
Well, let me be real. I feel funny about the term vegan because vegan means that like not only do you eat vegetables or nothing that is dairy or animal.
Right. From an animal, right.
Right. But it also means that you don't, like the lifestyle is that you don't wear leather.
Right.
Or
fur.
any other animal fur.
You got to get in the mic, man. You're going to have to move the mic up.
I got to move.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Put it in front of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not used to speaking into.
Yeah, I don't put things in my face.
Right.
Right. So, yeah, but I'm still rocking leather shoes, belts, my wallet
Who
leather.
doesn't? Are people really not wearing leather shoes because they're vegan?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know
if you
about
committed
that.
to it, if you down for this, then that's what it's about.
I don't know. I did an ad for PETA. You guys know I'm a publicist. So I did an ad for PETA with a client. It was a great ad. And the lady came in from PETA and she had all these rules and stuff. And we were just like, I don't know about all that. Like, I mean, I don't know about never wearing like boots with
my
leather.
thing is, even like the indigenous people, the Native Americans, they wore animal skins.
They
used the hides of animals. So like they respected the earth utmost. They wasn't drilling for oil, you know what I'm saying?
That is I don't know about. I don't know that
I'm right with God. What? Is that wrong? Should I not say that?
No, I'm just saying I know man's not concerned about that. So.
Not at all. I don't care about
you don't give a shit about the animals?
No, man. They're for me. They're food.
The animals are
I
for
enjoy
me.
them. They're delicious.
It's like they're delicious.
I don't know why people make so much. I mean, like, that's our evolution. We're evolving to be nicer to animals, and meanwhile, people getting shot. Fuck all that, right? But we're nice to animals, and we have a.
I don't have a problem with eating animals. I have a problem with the fact that the way animals are treated. You guys know I'm an animal lover, so I don't like the fact that animals are treated inhumanely a lot of times before they're slaughtered. Like, I just feel like people go out of their way. Man goes out of its way to find the most inhumane ways to do things. And we should only kill what we're going to eat. I don't agree with the game sport. You know, you got a deer head in your house just so that you can feel like a man.
Eat or wear? You said eat. You mean eat or wear, or you mean just eat?
Eat or wear.
Okay.
Only what you need, you know.
To use for something.
For warmth and for food.
I don't really care. I mean, I like one animal.
But what if it's unnecessary cruelty in the way the animal is killed.
That's an opinion.
What?
That's subjective. Like,
Hey man, let me just be real with you. Like the animals that can't fight back, yeah, maybe we're going overboard with those, right?
What do you mean?
Maybe we're going overboard with chickens and so on, killing rabbits or whatever. And that's probably like really inhumane. And you watch some of the tapes how animals get slaughtered.
That's my point.
I mean, there's
it's
so
just
there's
too
a lot
much.
there.
Don't watch it.
Right? But the animals that can fight back, I think they make up for it.
The chinchilla, like a chinchilla,
A shark or a tiger or something, it'll fuck a nigga up.
We're not eating a shark.
Not
Yeah, we are.
most people.
Not
People
very
eat
often.
sharks.
Not very often. Like not a
Shark fin
scary
soup.
shark.
Sharks die every day, B.
It's not like, man. But I was going to get feed for my horse this weekend, right? And I went into the feed store, and there was a lady outside selling chickens. Because a lot of people are starting to want to have their own eggs. So there are people all over.
Living chickens.
They were like a bunch of different breeds of chickens.
No GMO.
No GMO, and they're cage-free eggs. So
I don't believe that. People say that cage-free, so I don't believe that.
But if you raise the chickens in your own backyard, then you know that the eggs are fresh.
It's the reason why they cage chickens is what?
I don't know.
Because the revolution is coming.
No, because
you're gonna need eggs
because
when the whole shit collapse.
No, because it's efficient. It's efficient to cage animals. Like having 10,000 chickens running around your farm, like that's not efficient. I'd rather have 20 or 50,000 in one little shed. You know what I'm saying? They're climbing on top of each other.
You obviously don't care
making
about
that delicious lemon pepper
You
wings.
haven't seen What the Health, have you?
Huh?
You haven't seen What the
I
Health.
have What the Health, and I had chicken wings that night.
Are you serious?
He has
promise I did.
amazing.
What, you just got Will of Stone?
He does. He has the Will of Stone. I couldn't eat. My boyfriend and I watched it. We were just like, oh my God.
Oh yeah, I was on my God.
Is it real, son?
No.
I was on my God all the way through it. And then I got hungry because it was time. You know what I'm saying? Dinner time came. It was like, hey, what are we going to eat?
So you ate chicken wings that night.
Yes.
You thought about it like a motherfucker, didn't you?
Did not. I thought about how great it was.
He has no
You were
conscience.
sitting there looking at them wings like...
He has no conscience. I'm literally convinced that he has no conscience. I am convinced that you have no conscience.
I do what I do.
Nah, he loves Brian McKnight too much. It's definitely a soft spot.
But then you have an issue with the fact that I'm going to cut the testicles off my horse. You said that was...
That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's
inhumane.
That's a man problem. See, we're having a man
problem. But you just said
now.
that it was okay to kill animals. However, I'm not killing him. I'm just making him more...
You're not
Yeah,
eating
but that's
him.
torture. How are you going to cut his balls?
I'm not torturing him.
You said you were going to geld him. That's what gelding a horse
but that's
is, right?
not torture. You just slice. They just remove the
You
testicles.
ever had your balls cut off? You going to tell me it ain't torture?
You haven't either. You might be a kinder, gentler Kevin without testosterone.
I'd be a bitch. That's what I would be.
He's not going to be a bitch. No.
With no balls?
I'm not cutting my dog's balls.
Nah, man.
This is not going to happen.
Yes, you are. If you get him spayed.
Hey,
or
man, if you
neutered.
got balls out there, let them swing,
neutered,
man.
you
Fuck
wouldn't
that.
get your dog neutered.
No, I'm not going to. That's inhumane. What?
You're gonna get in trouble. PETA is gonna be boycotting this show. You know
I would
that?
not see a purpose in
Not
life.
worried about PETA.
If I didn't have balls, I don't have a
So
purpose.
you say. What?
No balls, no purpose.
Okay.
I think PETA be doing too much anyway. Be throwing paint on motherfuckers. Like, they threw paint on a lady. Like, how do you...
They do.
You just-
They do. They're
And then,
very aggressive.
and like animal lovers, did you see they protested Gucci Mane?
I saw
Gucci Mane
that.
was like unfazed.
But he had like a big fur coat on, right?
It's Gucci Mane.
His
Look,
Gucci Mane. I think that Gucci Mane is the most amazing motivational story of this year.
If
He's
I
awesome.
ever go to jail, I want to get out like Gucci Mane. He's like having a better life than me right now.
He is awesome. He's having the most.
I never saw that coming.
I did not. I did not see it coming.
Hey man, what up, Goo Wop? Gucci is winning this year.
He is definitely. I'm telling you, this is the year of Gucci Mane.
Absolutely.
It's the year. In fact, next week the main event is going to be on BET. He's going to get married to his girlfriend that has quite possibly the tiniest waist.
I'm not interested in that.
Gucci is
I'm not interested in the wedding, but I do think that he's so happy you can't help but rub off on you.
Yeah, I mess with him, but the whole circus.
Yeah, it's just too much.
The
It's
circus
too
is a much, but
It's too much.
Congratulations on your book, all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I do want to.
Fucks with Gucci.
Speaking of another thing that happened, I don't know if you guys saw, but I wrote an article. I wrote a few articles. There's actually an article on our site musiclovelifeshow.com, which you guys can definitely go to and check out information about the show, information about all of us. But I wrote an article for our site and also rollingout.com that I write for about this ridiculous ad. Well, let me not say ridiculous. This ad that Khloe Kardashian was in for her line of jeans, or her clothing line, right? Called Good American. So I wrote, to me, I think it was like a buildup of numerous Kardashian infractions, between Kendall doing in the Pepsi ad with the Black Lives Matter, just really insensitive. And I didn't really say anything about that, didn't write about that. Kendall and Kylie imposing their faces on. I know we talked
Tupac and Biggie.
And I think Aerosmith or Pink Floyd, some other just music legends, people who actually have worked hard to perfect their craft, and we love them for that. Like, we love them because they worked hard and they accomplished something. They just put their faces
people
on.
That sold T-shirts more than 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, like what the hell? Who does that? You know what I mean? So I just think it was like enough of this Kardashian, like, they just feel like they can do anything. So in this ad, I don't know if you guys have seen the ad, but Khloe is standing above this androgynous model. We do. And the girl's name is Swift Woods, but she purposely has like a very androgynous look, right? So you see Khloe looking down on her. She's actually like stroking her leg adoringly, and she's like, it's almost like she's petting, like that's her pet. Like she could almost be posed out for like a Rottweiler or something. Like she's literally down there petting her. And I was just like, it just speaks to their constant misuse of their relationship with African-American culture, in my opinion. So the story went viral. I got so many comments. People were saying that I was being too sensitive, that people that were upset with being too sensitive. Of course, some people definitely agree with me and thought the picture was offensive, but it was just like, there's certain things that are artistic, I think. But to have a white woman standing over, especially a Kardashian, which to me kind of represents, Khloe Kardashian especially represents like white privilege, right? Looking down at this androgynous black model, like she belongs to her, it just really rubbed me the wrong way. What do you guys think?
What were they trying to sell in the first place?
Well, it's good.
When I just looked at the ad, and was she selling the dress, the lifestyle,
probably well, if that's another problem. If it is the lifestyle, which most clothing ads now are about lifestyle, right? Because it's like, you want to be a Kardashian, you want to be cool, you want to have that lifestyle.
You want to get in the culture.
That's a problem. That is a huge. I don't see how that ad could be artistic. Or one of the girls on my page that I have a lot of respect for said, "Well, I think it's just they're both beautiful women." I think that they're very clear, suggestive, nonverbal cues, right? And that anytime someone is asserting dominance, they look down on you. Anyone that's being submissive is underneath a person that's dominant. So at the very least, this was about dominance and submission. At the very least.
I'll give you that.
But I think that's intentional. I think that it's very sexual. I think the ad is intentionally sexual. Mm-hmm. I think that right now we have the tendency to be very sensitive about racial issues. Understandably so.
Right.
But
especially from the Kardashians.
I don't really care who it's from. I think that their whole lifestyle, their whole brand is sex. They have nothing else.
Right.
They have nothing else.
Right.
They have to be provocative. What would have been as provocative as that? If you were trying to be sexually provocative, name a way at this point in 2017, all the shit they've done.
Right. It was like, because if they could make it more, revealing, because we've seen everything.
And Kardashians have been in videos with stuff in their mouth.
That's one Kardashian.
Residue in their mouth. You know what I'm saying? So like
residue.
At this point, how do you shock people again? How do you do it?
I agree, but that's the point. They're trying to shock people, but they're being insensitive along the way.
Maybe.
But shocking people and offending people are two different things.
Maybe. People, but see, I think offense a lot of times has to do with the offended.
I mean, I don't consider myself one of those emotionally irresponsible people that can't be, rational about something when you see that. But that image to me just.
How does it hurt you? How does that image hurt you?
It doesn't hurt me because I don't see the Kardashians as superior, but I think they are trying to send that message, and they always have.
I think that in society though there is a conflict between white women and black women, and this kind of, and especially with the climate of other things that are happening in the world, it was definitely a risk. And I'm sure that they put it out knowing, that, intentionally putting out so that people would talk about it.
Of course.
And that it would, strike a nerve with some people, right? But it's when you start to look at other elements, and like we know that, for instance, Caitlyn Jenner is a Trump supporter. Right. And so you know that element is in the family, despite them having black friends. Right. They're very open and upfront about their relationships with black people.
Well, they promote that, and that's another thing in the article. I mentioned it being cultural appropriation. A lot of the things that they do. So
they embrace black men, and then they put black women beneath them.
They don't embrace black men.
Is that what we're doing?
They chase, and I mean that's their. And I can't even really blame them, because black men worship and put them on a pedestal. A lot of black men, let me not say all of them, but a lot of black men put them on a pedestal.
Yeah, I'm not going to say all.
I'm not going to say all. I take that back. But a lot of black men do see them as the ultimate. I mean, they are very sought after. We can definitely say that. People think Kim Kardashian is the most beautiful woman in the world. I saw a clip with her upset because a paparazzi showed her body without it being photoshopped, and she was furious about that. But it's like your whole goal is to put yourself in a seat of perfection, right? To where you guys are above everybody, and then when someone actually calls you on it and shows that you're really not, then you have a problem. It's just white privilege to me at its worst.
But this is the problem that I have with much of the issues that black people tend to get caught up in. For instance, this ad, the Dove ad that we're going to talk about in a little while. Right. I think the problem is that who gives a fuck about Khloe Kardashian and her slave master thing, because that's not a real issue. Right. If we're going to allow the Kardashians to captivate everything about us to where we're so upset that we're going and marching about the Pepsi ad that the other Jenner did. Right. Or this ad that, she's doing something sexual with this black woman with a bald head. I mean, okay, so let me ask you a question before I even go to that point. Take away the racial stigmas, take away the offendedness. What do you think about the ad? I'll put it back up on the screen. What do you think about the ad?
You mean pretend that that's a white woman?
Don't pretend that don't pretend there's any race involved at all. Okay. Take it for face value. Does that ad invoke sex to you? Does it make you feel sexy?
I will say this. Another friend of mine said she's in the BDSM culture, and that's a part. She considers that beautiful. There's bondage and submission is not always. It doesn't signify weakness. It signifies strength. I don't get that. I'm also not in the BDSM culture, but I don't see that. When I look at that, I just see dominance and submission, and that's almost like adulation, worship. Maybe that is sexy. I don't know. But I mean, I don't see it. If it was a man, a white man, or a...
See, you were doing it. You're doing it immediately.
But you know what? I feel like they actually made it a black and white photo as opposed to a color photo to try to tone it down, to try to tone down the race.
That would have looked even crazier if it had been. That's a good point.
A color photo.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I think that this ad invokes sex. She's rubbing her cat on her ankle. She's got one leg.
She might as well have her hand up her thigh.
Yeah, she's got one leg inside, almost there. You know what I'm saying? Her legs are glistening. The other hand look how the other hand is spread. Fingers are wide on the front of her thigh. Oh yeah. And then this is Khloe, you said?
Yes.
And then Khloe is looking down. She's not looking down like, bitch, I got you where I want you. She's looking down like, we about to do some shit. You know what I'm saying? She's got her hand nicely on her back. It's
on the back of her head.
If you're not talking about race, I don't see how this is a bad ad. Now we throw race into it, which we have to because in our climate, and then people get offended, and I understand that, but that to me is giving so much power to the Kardashians and their movement. Right. When really, to be honest, the problem has nothing to do with the Kardashians.
It doesn't have anything to do with Kardashians, but in my opinion, I just think for so many, I've talked to so many African American girls that
who, hold on, to be honest, is the most offended group of people on the planet right now. So
black women.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we are the most targeted, I think.
Well, I think you're the loudest yelling that you're targeted.
Now you just stereotyped us yourself.
Wait. Okay, so let's play devil's advocate then. What if that was a black woman that was standing on top and a white woman underneath?
See, I don't think
what
we would
that
see
image
that
say?
ad. I don't think we would see that ad. And I think that if that was the case, race is especially if anyone has been in, artistic direction, everything is very intentional. Nothing happens by chance, right? So it's not accidental that who it was in the ad, the fact that the model was androgynous, all that is very, very specific. So I think if it was a black woman, it would definitely, it would, oh my God, the message would be so loud. Like, we've been underneath you guys for so long. This is like not accepted anymore.
Ah, man. See, if
that picture was out, if it was a black woman looking down at a white woman, now you're offended.
I'm offended that you guys allowed this shit to really get under your skin to the point where you are like really reading so many things. Whether it's intentional on Khloe's part or not, you have to be offended to be offended. You have to, you know what I'm saying? You have to accept that.
What I was saying was, I've talked to so many young African-American girls that their whole goal in life is to be like a Kardashian. Like literally that's their goal. So I'm just saying, when you're in that situation, I think that those type of images are harmful to young women.
In fairness, I'm gonna say those girls, unfortunately, that's been going on for a long time. I mean, Nas talked about that. Black girl lost.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It ain't nothing new.
Right.
Unfortunately, it is something that I think needs to be talked about or dealt with.
Yeah, I just don't think. I think there's trouble in idolizing and worshiping something that doesn't see you as equal, and that's it. I mean, And they're probably going to keep on doing it because the Kardashians represent money and having the baddest guy and using other people to get ahead, all that good stuff. And that's what we focus and capitalize on, and we reward in this culture. But I think that's dangerous.
And you know what? It does play into the hands of those who critique, and I'm not saying it's good or bad, but those who critique the feminist movement and the women that choose to, like, I guess in political debates or on Facebook or whatever, that side with women over their race.
Okay.
Their gender over their race.
Their gender over their race.
I think it definitely plays into the hand of those, because those critics say that they playing y'all. That black women are being played all the time.
We are.
And this is just another example of that.
I think so. But I mean, that's the whole, and I get what you're saying. And I don't put stock in the Kardashians, but I also know that I am not, they have a platform, which means their influence and their reach is much further than most people. I mean, I think it's dying down, but their influence is key. And I think those types of images, when you have that type of influence, is dangerous. Now, you mentioned the Dove ad. I think that we did become very emotionally irresponsible with the Dove ad. I can admit that. I saw it and I was like,
really?
Let's look at it. But you have to go look at the entire video.
The video.
Because what happened is it was a meme on Instagram. So when you look at the Instagram meme, you see a black girl with a brown shirt, and she takes almost like she's washing the dirt off, and she becomes a white girl. So it does look very offensive. But if you look at the video, it's actually very much like, you remember Michael Jackson's It's Black or White, where people's faces turn and the different things, The
internet actually did that. They put Michael Jackson's face. Yes, yo, it's hilarious.
That is not nice, y'all. That is not. Don't do Michael like that.
What?
That's the kind of.
Hey man, do you know how many black people that turn white?
Down there
that could be Ray Lewis. You know how the internet is. They'll do that in a heartbeat.
It could, but
that's funny.
That is. Why does he have titties though? But yeah, no. So when you watch the video, it's actually not offensive, and I think people ran with the image. Images were out the entire weekend. It was crazy. And like I said, I wrote the article about the Kardashian one, and maybe my own passion for young African-American women was mixed up in that. But it caused quite a bit of conversation. This went further, but the interesting thing is Dove immediately responded with an apology. and they pulled the ad. They apologized.
They missed the mark and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they said they did not intend to offend. But if you look, Dove has a history of doing ads and viral messages that are inclusive of all races, all sizes, all ages.
So what did the ad mean? See, because you said you watched the video.
Basically, it was just showing that Dove was good for any different types of people, because there was a black girl, a white girl, and a Hispanic or Native American.
So I am every woman.
I'm every woman. Yeah, and I mean, like I said, if you look at the history, Dove, I'm actually a fan of their beauty ads where they have the weight. The differences in size and weight.
Right.
There's a lot of ads that they do about ageism and showing that, all ages are beautiful, and just kind of riling against the standard of beauty. So
in that kind of perspective, though, this is perspective. Because couldn't the message Khloe sent was, I could have picked any slave out of all the races, but I chose a black one.
Absolutely.
To me, that's
I believe
adoration.
that is the Kardashian message. Yes, I do.
What is that? Black people are the Mercedes-Benz of slaves? Is that what you're trying to say?
I think that's what she's saying.
They are the slave
so
of choice for the Kardashians.
If you're going to be something, you got to be the best.
You're racist.
That's the way I look at it.
Fucked up, man. Oh my God, that's so fucked up.
I think that the Kardashians do choose and do enjoy black slaves. That is their choice.
But you know what? Anytime you start to add historical context to it, and matter of fact, I guess here's my question here, because when does it go from a coincidence, from an oops, we made a mistake, to y'all motherfuckers got a pattern?
Well, that was my thing with the Kardashians. I think there is a pattern. I think Dove's pattern shows that they are very inclusive and they are trying to be very sensitive, culturally sensitive. Now, you guys know that there are people whose job is actually to manipulate the media and to actually create shock and get people upset so that they get the attention on that company. So that could have very well been what they assumed, because even though I didn't take offense to it, there are always people on either end of the spectrum that are going to be offended over something very small, or people that aren't offended at all. There's some people that you could actually have a Mamie, picking cotton, and they'll be like, that's not me. I'm not that. I don't take offense to that. Right. You know what I mean? So there's always either side of it, but I just think that if you look at the history, to me, you see Kim Kardashian and the sisters wearing cornrows and tanning their skin and doing things that are just, in my opinion, cultural appropriation at its worst, right? And, they get close to, I'm hanging out with Black China. That gets, they're kind of like the UPN, like a UPN family. Like they get next to black people to get hot, and then then they, then all of a sudden, now the slave is the androgynous girl's at my feet. But I mean, I used all these different people to get hot.
But the music industry does that. Miley Cyrus did that. Right? When she wanted to go dirty, Christina Aguilera, when they wanted to go good girl gone bad, then they got a black artist, the rugged of the raw, right?
Yeah.
And to showcase that, and then they come back with white purity. We're wholesome again.
That's true. I remember people said Miley Cyrus, because she was hanging out with Mike Will. She's flipping off people.
And it happened time and time again. That's the perspective that I'm speaking from. I'm not saying that I personally have dated white women and experienced that.
They got close to you to get to be on the edge.
Yes. I remember even as a teenager, I was an athlete. I was a basketball player, right? And even my mom would tell me, be careful with them white girls and you traveling in hotels and stuff like that. They will turn on you. They might like you to your face, but as soon as daddy finds out, they have a totally different story.
That's
happened. That was a Tyler Perry movie.
It was I actually dated a guy in high school that was an athlete that had, and we told her, like, be careful, but he loved him some white women. And what happened was he ended up dating a white girl and getting jumped. He got jumped by a group of white boys. They were mad that he had a hat. They knocked his hat off and called him, a nigger.
Right.
He got mad and they jumped him, and then he ended up in jail. It was the most hilarious, and he still loves white women. That's his style.
And he ended up in jail.
He ended up in jail. They jumped him. He ended up in jail. He got kicked out of school, lost his scholarship, and came back and married a white woman and became a police officer.
Well, I wonder, has he written a book?
I don't think he's woke. I don't think he's woke.
Clearly not. He's definitely in a sunken place.
He couldn't do that. But seriously, it's interesting that both those ads happen and to see people's reaction. I do think that sometimes as African Americans, we can be way too sensitive. I agree. Like,
We can be
Black
too
Twitter
real
just
sometimes.
goes off sometime, and it's really no need to go off. It's just ridiculous. But then at other times, we should be going off, or we should be upset. It's
Can
kinda
I
like
give
the
you
boy
an
who cried
example?
wolf. Yeah.
Can I give you an example? Okay, so the Kardashian thing is mind blowing. Why that's an issue compared to wait. Compared to the fact that we can't get good schools in our neighborhoods. We can't even move in the neighborhoods where there are good schools.
Some real shit, son.
Yeah, those types of things are what we should be
Real
outraged
issues.
about. And those are the kind of things that we could change with a vote or something.
Right.
Like, you can't change entertainment. It's still just entertainment.
But art imitates life, and in my opinion, I think that when it goes to show how we see ourselves. So if we see an ad where a Black person is being belittled and a white person is standing over them, and we're okay with that, that explains why we wouldn't have an issue with not having the best schools and not. I mean, it's all in how you see yourself, and that's my thing. I think because we work in entertainment, it forces me to realize the influence that you have on people and how they see themselves. If a little girl is looking up to Kim Kardashian as, you know, her hero, and she's seeing images like this, she's probably going to think of herself as, you know, different than Kim Kardashian. It's a full circle thing, but you're absolutely right. Speaking of voting, we know that especially in Atlanta where we are, there's a huge vote about to happen, the mayoral race, which is very important. And today, actually, Tuesday, October 10th, is the last day to vote. So if you have not, last day to register. So if you have not registered, you need to do that right now. This is so important.
Run out. Go to the post office.
Do that. Voting on a local
office.
level is so important because, of course, we see what's happening with, 45, but your local races impact your community. So I never realized the importance of that, until now. It's like, okay, I can't affect what's happening on a national level because that's already taken care of. But if we're talking about the schools in my neighborhood, I can be impactful in that. So please make sure that you're registered to vote. This mayoral race is definitely going to change the face of Atlanta. So it's important that you be a part of that.
Atlanta is historically Black as far as mayors go, though. We've had a
but this
for a
race
while.
may change things.
40 years?
Yeah, but no, before that though,
we've
had very few in our lifetime, very few white mayors. There have been Black mayors pretty much all the way through. Some of them have gone to prison.
There's been a little corruption, but
But I mean, Club Nikki will make you go to prison because it was like at that time it was like 5 Club Nikki. It was like Nikki VIP, Nikki 2, the Gentleman's Club. It was like.
So you're giving a pass?
Hey man,
yeah, you might have to give a pass to Campbell.
I'll just say this: people come to Atlanta for a reason. Like, I don't
think it's the same though. I don't think people. Is it the same? People, do you think the strip clubs are still as?
No, I don't think they're like
it
was.
The strip clubs are a huge tourist attraction,
but it's not like it was
like when I first moved here. It was like
we had the best.
People heard about Magic City worldwide,
but when you go to Magic City, it's like it's dope. Don't get it twisted, but it's just not what the legends. It's not of legends. Like I thought it was going to be like.
It's legendary. It is
But when you go inside, though, it just doesn't live up to the
because you've seen
hype.
You saw the other part.
What do you want it to be? A stripping museum? Like what?
I saw it in the daylight. I was like, oh my god.
That's not how I wanted you to end this segment. I wanted you to refocus. I wanted you to refocus the idea.
I almost went all the way left.
That maybe we shouldn't be so mad about those ads, and we should be more mad about the real the new type of Jim Crow where they don't even have to discriminate against you.
Right.
They just keep you so far away from their neighborhood that it doesn't matter because you're never going to their swim pools. You're never going to their grocery stores. You're never going to their schools. That's real. And that's something that we have to change. Not the fucking ad and who's standing on top and who's got dominance. Let's change some shit that really, really will affect the next 20 years of, you know what I'm saying?
I hear you, but I really feel like when kids see things at that level, and they take that in, it colors who they are. But I agree that, as adults and people, I mean, there should not be adult women that are being influenced by the Kardashians. There probably are, but there shouldn't be. The adult women should be voting and carrying on the torch and trying to do that. But for those younger women and those younger minds that are impressionable,
right.
Those type of images are very dangerous. But I definitely agree. The Dove ad, Dove, keep doing what you're doing. I hope that anyone that was offended by that ad actually saw the video and didn't just pop off with just seeing something very quickly. You know, you have to be sure that you do your research and look at everything before you run off the handle. But, it was interesting. It got conversation going, if nothing else.
Definitely. I saw somebody on social media as well. They said, okay, so if you decide that you're going to boycott, are you finishing the last of your soap or are you just throwing out everything you got? Do you finish or you get rid of it?
There's another question, too. Like, if you could get rid of brutality and harassment, would you wash it away? I don't know. I'll leave that there.
What?
If the soap really did work. If the soap really did wash away police brutality and it washed away harassment, and if it washed away inability to get a job and keep a job, I'm just saying there are a lot of black people who have washed the shit out their skin. I'm just gonna leave that there on the table. And
I see.
If you could choose white, is that what?
If Dove really had a magic washed black away, and you could not be brutalized by police.
I already tried to do that anyway with their money and privilege. It's like you can't tell that I'm a Negro anymore, right? I have so much money and so much privilege that I've almost hidden the fact that I'm a Negro.
Well, no one wants all of the discrimination anyway. I mean, and it comes out in different ways. Some people bleach their skin.
Right.
Some people talk a certain talk or walk a certain walk. Right.
Or just hang out with certain people.
Right. Like black people that have white names, they love it. They love being faceless.
I don't know about that.
Black people that have white names love being faceless. Until they show up.
I don't think so. I think my first name could probably go either way, but I don't think that. I never enjoyed the not having the Shamika name. I mean, I don't know what that would feel like, but I don't know. I never thought about it. You have a very non-urban name.
Kevin Davis is very general. It's borderline John Smith. Like
they do. They have no idea who's going to show up.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Well, be honest. You're actually the white guy they didn't know was there.
That's fine.
Probably happy.
That's fine.
Matter of fact, isn't it? I guess let's go ahead and jump in on one of our sponsors. So, Music, Love, and Life is brought to you in part with support by Solo Noir. The most powerful tool in a man's arsenal is confidence from within. Solo Noir offers that confidence through high-quality skincare. As a Solo Noir man, you have confidence that your face and beard are getting attention for all the right reasons. We're creating a culture of men who rise to conquer new challenges, so our products are carefully formulated to meet those high standards. We use organic ingredients without alcohol or unnecessary preservatives, ensuring a treatment that is safer and healthier for your skin. Visit solonoir.com to learn more about our 2-in-1 multitasker products that will withstand even the toughest scrutiny and impress every time. solonoir.com is the answer for a man's skincare needs, or you can find them on Facebook, Instagram at Solo Noir for Men.
Awesome. We appreciate our sponsors.
Our basket.
That basket look nice on the
You see,
screen,
my beard
too.
is luxurious. I had to trim. I try to trim and keep it nice though. I'm getting my Kofi Sarobi residual on.
Shout outs to Kofi.
Yeah,
Can we just shout out to Kofi and Queen Sugar? Thank you so much, Ava DuVernay, for bringing such rich, colorful programming to our lives.
And, women are terrible too, because as soon as y'all fell in love with Kofi, y'all he was butt ass naked on Girls Trip.
We didn't encourage. I mean, that
butt naked wearing nothing but a grapefruit. You objectified the man. You've become what you hate.
The script called for that. That's not our problem. Women have been naked for years.
The script.
Am I the only person that didn't like Girls Trip?
Yeah.
No, I can't lie, and I feel really bad saying this. It wasn't. I didn't think it was as good as everybody.
It wasn't a good movie.
It was fun. I enjoyed it.
It was very typical.
Things got on my nerves.
And I like seeing Queen Latifah and Jada Pinkett start a fight again. Maybe that was just.
I like Jada Pinkett and Queen Latifah. Queen Latifah is just amazing to me. But yeah,
and I love Regina Hall. Hey, Regina. I love Regina Hall.
Yeah, she's nice.
That's my boo.
But overall, the movie, I was unimpressed. It was like. I thought, but by the blow, and I mean, I have to admit, I did watch it on Fire Stick, so it wasn't like I went and paid.
Moving on. I
actually want to talk about.
Shameful.
I actually want to talk. I want to talk about the South a little bit. So, as you guys know, or maybe you don't know, October 27th, Big Krit's album comes out.
Yay!
I did not know that.
Big Krit, and Big Krit is it's a weird thing with Big Krit, right? Because I think that he's really dope,
right?
And the critics think he's really dope.
Right.
And other rappers think he's really dope. But fans are like, I'm wondering, what is it about him that doesn't allow him to be a household name?
What is it that you want to see from, like, why is he...
He wants him to be a commercial success. Like, you know how Kendrick Lamar was like underrated, you know, like kind of like obscure, underrated. Like other rappers knew he was dope lyrically and critics were talking, but the public didn't really embrace him until a certain time, and now he's like commercial, right?
Right. I'm trying to figure
Well,
out.
the youth embrace Kendrick Lamar, and I think that's in part due to Dr. Dre. That's one thing that Big Krit doesn't have a Dr. Dre.
Well, Big Krit is his own. He's his own Dr. Dre a lot of times. He produces his own stuff.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. He produces his own tracks. He's from the South. You would think that the South.
He has a huge support. He has huge support and a big following here in the South. I don't know that
it's almost cult though. It's almost like a cult thing.
Because Big Krit ain't for everybody.
Why not? That's what I'm asking. That's why I'm asking.
Because his
the accent, is it the accent?
Well, no, it in part it could be the accent, but I grew up and I love Southern rap. I do. I grew up on, like, some of his stuff sounds real UGK.
That's what I'm going to say. Could it be the timing? Could it be the timing?
Right.
Could it be if he came out like 15 years ago that he would have been in that UGK Outcast, like that time period, and he would have been bigger then, maybe.
Well, it's funny, you know, looking at his artwork. So his artwork is not really typical artwork either.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not really typical
illuminated,
artwork.
glowing.
Yeah, it's dope though.
No, it is dope, but I think it's a lot doper than most of the stuff that's out. That's what I mean. Like UGK, you mentioned UGK. I give it a throwback to Scarface, UGK, Outkast even.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Outkast.
Yeah, like
I hear that.
But you know what? Krit even talked about that. You remember that record he had? Now I want to hear a country nigga rap.
Mount Olympus.
5 albums in, I swear a country nigga snap.
Right.
That, like, I'm sorry. I'm a big Krit fan anyway, so I think this shit is dope. But I don't think he's for everybody because everybody ain't on his level.
Timing though, because like I said,
does he have to dumb it down? Is he going through?
I don't think Kendrick dumbed down. I don't think J. Cole dumbed down. I think that it's just timing. You just never know what's going to hit. I also know with Kendrick, of course, Dr. Dre probably had a lot to do with that. And it doesn't, even if you are dope at your own production, having a legend like that, co-sign, and that definitely does something. But also Kendrick's marketing team was just, they were relentless. They did things. J. Cole's marketing team did really creative things like pop-ups in different cities that really engaged fans on a real grassroots level. And I don't know exactly what Big Krit, you know, his marketing team and their promotional push is like, but I know those things were creative and they were innovative, you know, and right now you got to do a lot to get, there's so much, fans are exposed to so much music and there's so many different ways to go. Yeah. You got to really be in their face on a grassroots level, in my opinion, to get that type of turnaround.
Well, that's what I want is your opinion, because I know me and Kevin, you know, both really into hip hop. So we're going to find Big Krit because he's dope.
Right.
Do you think that's what it is? Then you think it's the marketing?
I think it.
Have you ever heard one of his songs?
Yes.
What name?
I can't name it. I'm not going to try, but I have heard. I mean, I live in Atlanta. I know Big Krit, but I don't think that as a commercial to get to commercial success, I think it's timing. I think it's really timing because even with the things that Kendrick Lamar's and J. Cole did, I think that fans were just looking for that at that time. And people are always going to make excuses to why something worked and why something didn't. People have said J. Cole had breaks because he was half Jewish and, you know, like Kendrick with Dr. Dre or whatever. But I think at the end of the day, it was just their time. And his time look at 2 Chainz. That's a perfect example. Nobody was feeling him at all.
No.
He switched up.
We were feeling 2 Chainz. He was just Titty Boy, and we knew that he wasn't going to be commercially
Nobody was feeling Titty Boy like that.
I love Titty. I thought Titty Boy was the dopest rapper that would never make it.
I'm not willing even to say that name.
I couldn't believe that he changed. his name to 2 Chainz.
The point is, it didn't happen, and now, you know, he's one of the biggest artists out there. I don't know if he's one of the best lyricists, but he's definitely one of the biggest artists.
Would he be in your top 5
he would
right
not
now?
Be in my top 5, no.
Oh, wait a minute. You singing the praises. Then you're like,
I'm just saying that he's a commercial success.
7.
I'm using an example.
13. What
2
number?
Chainz is one of my favorite rappers, though. For real, he's fun.
He's
His
in
shit
your
is
top
different.
5?
Top 10.
Top 5 right now. Let's do this. Let's do top 5 right now. Okay, so and let me see. We'll do 3 albums. So you got to have at least 3 albums.
Gotta have 3 albums.
And they got to be alive.
Yeah, you got to be current. You got to have put something out in a year or so. You know what I'm saying?
That's pocket Biggie. Let me get rid of that.
Yeah,
I'm going to do this. I'm going to say my top 5 right now. Kendrick Lamar, of course. Mm-hmm. J. Cole, of course. Everybody says those guys. Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to add Big Sean in there because I think he's very lyrical. Yeah, and I think people credit a lot of Drake's earlier flow to what Big Sean was doing. Mm-hmm. I think people copied off him. So I'm going to say Big Sean. I'm going to give that 4th spot, even though it's probably the first spot, to Jay-Z. He came out with the 444.
Yeah. Right.
And it's a dope album.
Right.
So he's current. And, he's one of the GOATs. So I'm going to give that. But that 5th spot, I'm giving that 5th spot to Krit. I think that this is his 3rd album. The rest of them were mixtapes. But I think that this album is going to solidify. I'm hoping that the world is going to know his name. Those are my top 5 right now. What do y'all got?
So proud of that.
I'm proud of that 5. I think that 5 is great.
I mean, well, you threw something in there that's hard to argue with. We can't argue with Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Right.
We can't argue with Kendrick.
Right.
Cole is definitely up there. He's one of my favorites. He's on my 5.
Cole is kind of like Krit a little bit in a way. That's
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think it's just it's grassroots.
And J. Cole blew up too. J. Cole was kind of under the radar for a while, and then 2014 pop and boom. So
all right. So on everybody's list, Jay-Z.
Okay.
All right. On everybody's list, Kendrick.
Okay. All
right.
Everybody's list, J. Cole.
Okay, that's 3.
All right. So your other 2, I got Drake. I have to.
I throw Drake in there because he can rap. And Drake can rap.
You can't deny the fact that.
Yeah, but has he rapped in 2 years?
I don't. First of all, I'm sure maybe on somebody else's project. I'm sure he just. I'm sorry. You cannot deny that Drake has been consistent. He's dope. He's lyrical. He may not always show that because he does. He's versatile, but
he kind of don't
act like he's
but
not.
You know what? Drake is probably
Afro-Cuban.
Drake is probably right because Drake is probably the best rapper that can rap that doesn't have to rap.
There you go, Kevin.
He can do a passion fruit and get away with it and make more money than he would.
But don't act like he can't because he can. So
right, but if you're a basketball player and then you go play baseball, you have to.
I'm not going to listen to passion fruit in the locker room. No,
we're talking
not baseball.
We're going to compare Drake to Big Krit. See, that's the problem right there. That's probably why.
Are you saying that because of Drake's last couple of albums, though?
Pretty much.
Okay, but you can't do that. It's like
you want to think about it.
That seems fair. That seems fair to me.
I didn't expect him to say that so quickly. It's like yes, actually yes. All right, I'm gonna say Drake, and then my number 5 is not gonna be Big Krit.
2 Chainz is in mine.
Okay,
I'm gonna put him in there.
You know what?
I'm gonna say 2 Chainz is in mine.
I'm gonna do that too because I really enjoyed.
You're a follower. You're a follower.
I really enjoyed that.
Which song did you like?
First of all, I do know the song. It's a vibe.
It's pink. Though.
It was great marketing.
Exactly.
It was great marketing.
You don't even know a song and you like it.
I said it's a vibe or
okay,
I know.
And you know what?
I'm gonna post
because I took I hated that this sidebar, but I hated that they shut down the Pink Trap House. It was all that commotion, all that hater shit, man. They hated on. But
I think they were moving anyway because he did the V103 car and bike show and then they took it to different cities, so they were gonna move anyway.
Yeah, but I got a chance to go to it, so maybe I'll take my footage from the Pink Trap House and post that.
So who's the 5th?
Social media.
Y'all didn't give me a 5th yet. That's still 3.
No, Drake, Jay-Z, Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, 2 Chainz.
Yes, you going with that too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, because besides that, like honorable, honorable mention.
He's making it very current, like what's happening now. Yeah. I did enjoy that, and I thought the marketing on that was so amazing. Like we went to the Paint and Sip. If you went to the Paint and Sip, they get you actually got a copy of the album. Every girl wants to be a pretty girl, so saying pretty girls like trap music. There was a billboard. They planned it. It was dope. That doesn't
make him the best top 5 rapper though. That's just good marketing.
No, but you also said current. It had to be something that was current.
And people that can rap and that you actually enjoy. And I enjoy 2
show
Chainz.
here the other night.
I enjoy Big Krit.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Yeah. I'm good with that. October 27th. Check out the album. Let us know.
I think that timing is everything. So we know Big Krit's time could be here. Shout out to Kegler, his manager, his lawyer, actually.
Yeah.
A friend of the show.
Hey, Avita.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Speaking of, going back to talking about skincare, we talked about Dove earlier, we are happy to be brought to you by Osec Beauty. Osec Beauty is actually created by a beautiful woman of color based here in Atlanta. Whether you have dry skin, oily skin, or a combination of the two, African Black Soap works wonders on every skin tone. You can visit them at Osec Beauty. That is AHSEK beauty.com.
Matter of fact, I guess if you're planning to boycott Dove, then you can use some Osec.
You can use some Osec
Black
or,
soap.
of course, Solo Noir. And, of course, the biggest thing that you need to do in keeping your skin beautiful is to drink water. Our last sponsor of the day is Caribbean Blue Spring Water, which is actually from the Caribbean, 100% biodegradable and 100% recyclable. I've learned recently after dealing with this company that a lot of the bottles, the water bottles that you have, they actually will harm, if you leave the water in it, sits out for months, it actually becomes harmful because the bottles are not 100% biodegradable and recyclable. They're actually, the bottles start to contaminate the water.
Yep.
So this is one of the only bottles that I know that is 100% no harmful BPA in the bottle. It's actually beautiful, but most importantly, they are supporting a lot of the things that have happened in the Caribbean lately with the hurricanes and things like that. A percentage of their sales is going back to support them. So please support
Dope.
Caribbean Blue Water. It's CaribbeanBlueWater.com.
And you know what's funny? I don't think a lot of people know. You see people who will get the water bottle and they'll save them for the week and they'll keep refilling them and stuff.
Yeah.
Very, very bad. It's like worse than drinking it the first time.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't know about
Do
that.
y'all want to do a water test? Like, do you drink like alkaline water, or are you or do you not care?
I have a friend that is a diehard.
Is it like a water snob?
Yeah, she's a water snob, and she insists on alkaline water.
How much
tried
more does
the
it
water.
cost?
It costs a lot more, and I don't like the taste. It
You don't like
weird
the
to
taste?
me. It tastes weird to me.
Are you so accustomed to tap water?
Well, I like poisons
Right.
in my water.
I like my water to taste like pennies.
I don't. I
You know what this needs some fluoride.
I don't like the taste. It's just weird.
I don't like the price. It's very expensive, and
It
I
is
think
very
that
expensive.
give me a spring, a natural spring somewhere, and I just go swim in that every now and then. I don't know about spending $4 on one bottle of water.
I'm a water snob because
Yeah.
I drink it on the go, and I can feel the difference.
If you
like I'm
drink the
tired.
alkaline water, you can feel the difference.
I can feel the difference.
And where do you buy
Somebody
your
probably thinks
alkaline
I'm
water
lying.
from that is more economical?
Well, I don't know that I get it from like some special shop in a
No, where do you
secret
get it?
location.
Do you get it at like Trader Joe's or you get it at Walmart? Where do you get it?
No, I go to the gas station and get a bottle of Fiji or Evian.
Fiji is very expensive.
It's expensive.
Yeah, it is, but
I didn't
that's
even know
what I
Fiji
do.
was alkaline. She gets this bottle that's like it's shaped like an hourglass. It's got a whole bunch
That's
of
cute. So maybe we need to have we'll work something out and have Caribbean
taste
Water
test.
come in and we'll do some stuff.
Yeah,
we'll
they,
have some fun
they
with
definitely are.
Yeah.
Because I didn't realize that the bottles were harming people.
No, yeah.
that. I've
always
heard that
something.
before because people leave bottled water in their car and it kind of melts.
That would be me.
All that.
That would be me.
I don't know a black woman that doesn't have a case of water in her trunk right now.
I think that if you are conscious about that, which you should be, then Caribbean Blue would be a great choice, especially because of the bottle. That's from what I've heard, that's a big factor. Even if you have great water, if the packaging is contaminating it doesn't really matter. Kev goes and buys that really expensive water, and then. But I think Fiji actually is really good about doing that. But
It ought to be. It's like $10 in the club.
I'm allowed to be a water snob, man. Y'all do Chick-fil-A like y'all pray in front of Chick-fil-A like it's the
First
greatest
of all,
thing.
be honest, doesn't pray at all. I
don't pray.
He doesn't pray. He doesn't pray, and I definitely don't pray to Chick-fil-A.
And you know what?
Chicken has a funny taste. I don't like it.
Okay, so we'll matter of fact, because I know we don't have all day. I wanted to touch on this part too for our relationships issues. One of there was a post that someone made on social media that I saw going viral, and thank you. Let's check it out. All right, so Tyshear M. Joyner, he made this post here. Okay. He said, fellas, let me help y'all out for the last time. Instead of texting a female, hey, what you doing? Or can I pull up? Match up. Try, I'm at the grocery store. Do you or the kids need anything? I was wondering if I could come over and cook you something to eat or hey, I'm in your area. Wondering if I could stop by and be of use to you. Do you wash your car, gas in your car? It's 100 guys hitting them up with, what are you doing? Right? Be different. Be different. Get in. Separate yourself from it and help them choose. That's what he's saying here. How do y'all feel about that? Personally, I agree. Women like a useful guy.
We do like a useful guy. I don't know about asking me what I'm doing right now. Can I pull up? Because I'm going to be like...
I mean, but you know what that is.
Yeah, I'm not really feeling... I don't like the what are you doing text. Please get rid of those.
What you doing? Please. That's the like evolution of the booty call.
Get rid of those, please. And I guess go to Hey Big Head or something. I hate the what are you doing. I also hate Good Morning Beautiful. Can I just say that?
What?
Do not text girls Good Morning Beautiful. Every guy texts that. It's like you guys have a script. And you think, as soon as I meet a girl, you meet a guy, and then the next morning, he hits you with the Good Morning Beautiful. I can't.
I
screenshotted this guy that sent me. I had 5 guys in my phone that sent me the same exact Good Morning Beautiful. It's like you guys have this. Do they teach you all that when they give you your phones? Is it like programmed in there? It must be.
They do. It's an auto text.
No WYD and no Good Morning Beautiful. God, I cannot stand it.
I didn't realize that Good Morning Beautiful was offensive. Like, y'all moving the goalpost on this shit.
It's the point that everybody does it. So every girl gets the same text from every guy.
Isn't that what that guy's saying in that post, though?
Yeah, I agree with that. But I'm just saying, you want me to come by and put some gas in your car? I don't know about that. I don't know if I want you to come to my house, but I do think that you got to do
it.
No, I'm not mad. It may be inconvenient for me for you to come to my home. But if you want to hit me with the gas card, that's awesome.
Is it my turn? That shit is weird. That dude posted. That's weird. That's all that shit he said is weird to me. None of that makes sense. None of that is a good idea.
You know why? But because you are married, you are not dating anyone right now. You're not in the game.
Fuck no.
You're not in the game. It's hard out here, man.
It's not that hard. It's not that hard. You cannot tell somebody.
If you find someone you like, cherish it.
Pull up on for you and your kids need some groceries.
We like, were you in the area, my nigga? Like, wait.
Like, what are you doing?
You're gonna leave your house to come to my house
store and then hit me with the groceries.
Oh, you need your fence painted? Like what? No, that's weird. That's weird. That's really odd. Now, if you just got done smashing and you about to leave, you're like, oh, before I leave, you want me to go grab you and the kids something to eat before I go to work?
Now that's helpful.
Right.
That's helpful.
I think
that's helpful.
Women don't give a shit about that dude who pulls up to paint the fence.
First of all, nobody's painting fences these days.
I'm saying you got to be different. You got to be different. You got to be different. If your fence is dilapidated.
If he sees my fence is down, tell me that you can take care of it.
Still weird.
I like that.
That's still weird. If a dude calls you and say, "Hey, I drove by your house and the fence was down," I'm just wondering,
No, I'm saying
not I drove.
Let me come fortify your fence.
No, I'm saying if he saw the fence, if he came to the house and he saw that there was a need, that's where I think guys can be different. If you see that there's a need, offer to take care of that.
You are always going to be the fix the fence nigga. That's who you're going to be to her. In her phone, it's going to say fence the fix nigga. Fix the fence nigga.
The only guys that offer stuff like that are guys you don't want to go out with. And it's almost like they know that you don't want to go out with them. Like,
you seal the deal when you start calling and asking them, hey, you want some groceries? Hey, you're sealing this.
So what's the difference between a guy offering to help, especially because I hear single women mothers in particular complain all the time about doing everything themselves, right, and not having any help.
Right.
So having somebody come by and especially reach shit that's up high or whatever, like women appreciate that, right?
Well, it has to be
they have man chores,
but
right?
This is the thing. I mean, just
because if you just coming over and smashing and not offering anything,
if you're smashing, yes. If you're smashing, then, and I hate that term because it suggests something hard and very uncaring is happening.
Yeah,
but if you're having sex and
see my hand motion,
then that makes sense. But this sounds like a guy who hasn't even gotten to that.
Not even in the door
yet. And one of my guy's friends, he tries to constantly do stuff for girls to get them to like him.
Nope.
That does not work.
It's the opposite.
Right?
It
actually, it's not the opposite.
You form contempt.
She doesn't like you, period. But she's gonna take the stuff. Depending on the kind of girl she is, she may take the stuff but it's not going to change how she sees you.
In my single days, I did not buy drinks. I don't give a damn. I know guys like, oh, you got to go up and buy the whole table. No, fuck that. I don't even know if I like you. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I got to know if I like you. If I like you, maybe I'll consider buying you a drink, but that's still a maybe. Maybe if we go out,
you're just talking to me and I have a parched throat.
Yes, I have a lot of conversation. You're going to enjoy my conversation.
But that's rude, though. You can offer me a drink if we're talking.
That's not rude.
Yes, it's rude.
You can't don't come to the club thirsty. That's rude. Get you some Caribbean blue water before you come in.
You know what?
I can't wait. See, when women do, because women go out to the club purposely with no money, expecting guys to buy them drink. Yes, they say, girl, don't bring your purse. We ain't going to have to buy shit tonight.
Is that how they say it?
Yes, the head shit tonight. That's what they do.
Well, I don't know about that. But what I do know this, okay? I have actually told a guy comes up, hey, can I buy you a drink? No, I'm fine. That means I don't really like you. Go away, right? Go away. Mm-hmm. Same guy pops by 10 minutes later. You ready for that drink now? No.
It's persistence.
I'm good.
Y'all taught us to be persistent.
So now, if I took the drink knowing I don't like him, I would be wrong. But this Negro has come back 4 to 5 times asking me, am I ready for the drink? What do I do? I'm saying it doesn't make any sense. Guys, y'all want it both ways. I don't like gold diggers, yet guys will offer to buy you things in your DMs. You don't want a gold digger, yet you're offering the gold. Now, if I take it, I'm wrong. The point is, don't offer stuff like that to girls that have not shown you they like you.
Never. This dude,
that's not going to change her mind.
Is this someone you know? Is this a person that you personally know?
I think no. I don't personally know.
You may want to offer him some advice.
No, I'm just saying I may not be the relationship guy or whatever because I've been out the game so long. But man, come on, man. If you're relying on your wall painting skills or your
grocery buying,
your ability to bargain shop, man, you need to learn how to fuck.
I think
straight up. You need to learn. You need to work. This is what you need to do. Take that.
To be honest, always goes to the next level.
That's what it's all about, man. Relationships are built on fucking.
That is not true.
Yes, they are. If you have whack sex,
that is not true.
If you have whack sex,
intimacy.
Next week, next week we're gonna have a couple that's gonna call in that teaches people how to have orgasms, right? Because a lot of women,
I know how to do that.
Yeah, your body do that, but women's don't.
My woman's body knows how to do that. Can I make one more point?
Here we go with this, because we talked about this for years. Women fake orgasms, and we're getting off track.
Some women,
nothing to do with the groceries.
Women fake, no, this is all about those fucking groceries.
All women fake orgasms.
This has everything to do because that dude is not making her come.
Them babies need to eat now.
That dude who's buying groceries and fixing fences and painting walls.
That's not true. He hasn't even been able to get into it to know what he could do.
He won't ever, because she sees him as a dude who's a supplier of things, of good. Yes. Here's what I know about women.
Shit.
Hell yeah. Here's what I know about women. If you are somebody who's attractive to her, if she finds you sexy, if she finds you attractive, you can say pretty much fucking anything to this woman. Women will constantly say, women constantly say, he was in there, but then he said something dumb. If you are attractive to her, you can say I've heard the dumbest shit be said to women. And like, oh, he's so funny. You want to buy me some groceries? Yeah. You motherfuckers, listen, y'all are full of shit. It's about fucking. That's what it's all about.
How you even get to that point? How you get there?
That's what, when you're looking at that dude, you're like, oh shit, I could fuck him. And it doesn't matter what he says.
I do think women know if they want to fuck you within the first 5 minutes.
I'm telling you, as a woman, I don't know.
It doesn't matter what he says.
Because I can prove that's not true. There are so many women out there, I have been one of them included, that has been intimate with someone that I wasn't physically attracted to.
I feel you, but listen, that's not what I said. You're flipping this whole...
Or someone that I did not plan to be intimate with.
You're flipping all of this. What I'm talking about is that dude who walks up to you and you're really attracted to him, are you really filtering out what he's saying? You're like, whatever he says.
No, I'm filtering. Now, I'm a woman of a particular age in life. So I think the older you get, you realize, okay, now I did listen to some dumb shit early on because he was fine. I did. I'll say it. I'll take it.
So that's a yes? So that's a yes.
One of them beer game matters dude could sound like Elmer Fudd, and
true.
It wouldn't even matter.
Yeah. That's not true. How do you gonna
y'all be staring?
Is on.
Oh, please. You know how many broke, sexy niggas it is in the world that's got getting plenty of women?
Y'all don't want me to flip this around because women don't have to have anything but a small waist and a big ass, and they can.
That's not
You're
true.
acting like, hold on, no. She's acting like we're gonna deny that. Don't deny that shit.
Right.
Don't give her.
He was getting ready to
she
deny
wants.
it.
Don't
he
try to
was
be
getting ready
better
to deny
than.
it.
Don't try to be better than. Fucking right. Listen, sex has more to play in a relationship than any of that other stuff. If the
is
sex,
not
if the
true.
sex is not good, that's why you left those dudes you were saying that you weren't attracted to.
That's not true. I think that some women, in fact, there's a Facebook group now that's called "Don't Put a Man First" or something like that.
Oh, God.
Oh my God! What?
How ridiculous!
Are you serious?
How ridiculous!
There's a group for this.
Anyway.
y'all need advice.
The point is, a woman would rather stay with a man that treats her well than to be with someone who is just laying down good pipe. You can't do anything with good pipe at a certain point in your life.
True.
It's not helping you pay bills. It's not enriching and making you better. It's not helping you get to the bag.
Not
to
what I
secure
said
the bag.
though. You see how she changed?
So
she
you
moved the
saying-
goal line.
So you're saying that women don't want a man to help them pay the bills?
Of
Sure they do.
course.
You're moving the goal
In
line.
fact,
on me.
I would like you to pay them all.
You're moving the goal line on me. That's not what I said. What I said was it starts with sex. The sex is the most important part. The rest of that stuff gets built on top of that.
That's not.
If he's not making you come, you're in beer matter. You're
I
in
would
beer
say, and I think
game
we should have a
matters.
poll for I think our listeners should help us. If women, not men, women, I think would rather have a man that takes care of them rather than one that makes them come.
Okay.
Can we do that? Can we do that poll? I would like
But
to
if
do
you
that
can do
poll.
both,
There's very few that can do both. They're usually married because somebody realizes, he's a special one. Grab him up.
Man, all I know is all I know is that you're moving the goal line every week. Last week you said that women want to be visual. They want to be all these things. And
We
now I'm
want all
telling you
of
that
it.
women, I'm giving you credit for being visual. And now you're saying, no, we're not visual.
No, I'm not. I'm saying that women, if we have to choose, a woman wants to be taken care of more than she wants to come. Coming is not going to happen all the time. That shit is few and far
but you know, see, here's what's funny because women date and marry rich men, and then they cheat with broke men that lay pipe and are handy.
Broke dick. I said it. Broke dick.
Handymen are attractive. Handymen are a good husband material. Handymen because they can fix things around the house and not have to pay somebody.
If you get a flat tire and
it's sexy.
y'all both looking at each other talking about call AAA.
It is. I will admit, it is sexy when a man can like fix stuff and like that is very sexy.
You're so full of shit.
No, I'm
if
not.
your dude got enough money to call AAA, you are not gonna say, no, don't call AAA, baby.
No, I'm not
Get
gonna
out there
tell
and
him
fix
not
that
to.
tire.
I'm not going to tell him not to call AAA, but I'm telling you, it is something sexy about.
If your man can afford to hire a handyman to come do the handiwork, you are not mad at your man.
No,
Stop
I'm not.
it.
I'm not saying I am, but I'm just saying.
You want the dude who's got the money to pay the handyman more than the handyman. You see, this is such bullshit. This is about dick and money. And stop it if you're saying it's not. The rest of that stuff is built on top of the dick and money. They gotta have dick. They gotta have money. The intimacy, the niceness,
Intimacy and dick are synonymous.
No, they're not.
So is that what it is? It's dick and money, and if you don't have money, you damn sure be able to save and do some shit so you don't need the money.
Look, no,
Is that it?
If you know you fall short in one of those categories, make up for it in the other one.
You're like Play-Doh. You're like clay. We just mold you because women just changed it. They changed the goal line.
We want everything, but we will settle
want it all.
but we do. But we will
Exactly.
settle for what we can get. I am saying that I would like the man that can pay to have it taken care of. But in the occasion that something happens and he just does it himself, this is the perfect thing. I could pay to get that done, but babe, I'm good. I got it. Then you see him do it himself.
Exactly.
It's sexy.
Exactly.
Then he can pay for it to happen the next time.
But he's like, you know what? I don't got it. I don't want to get sweaty. Fuck that. I make money. I'm
You're
gonna
going to be kind of bitchy. I don't know about
no,
that.
that's not bitchy.
Manicure.
I don't like that.
That
I
is-
don't want a guy that's like that. I'm not attracted to those kind. I like a manly man.
You want a man to go do physical labor even if he can afford not to. That's just.
I like to know that he can. I don't want to know that he's like a somewhat of a bitch.
So
I don't want
not
to be
screwing a screwdriver is being a bitch. But if he
I want him to know how to do that.
all he needs to know how to do is to make you come. That's it.
I ain't never.
That's it.
But you know, I've never heard a woman say, "I need a man with a toolkit." He got to have a toolbox. I've never heard a woman say that.
Older
No,
women
they
will.
won't. That's them settling ass women. I'm talking about women that still care. They still in the game. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, y'all don't listen. I'm telling you, we want the man that has the money, but You want to know, just like this, you want a man that can protect you. You don't want a dude that's going to fight all the time. But if a fight broke out, I do want to know that he could handle his own.
What if he can just afford security? That's what I'm saying. I don't think you're really looking at this rationally. You're just saying things because it sounds romantic.
No, I promise you, if a girl, if a girl's out with her dude, right? Say he's a rich dude. And somebody starts threatening him and he calls security, she's going to be cool, but then she's going to be looking at him like...
See, that's the problem. You might
as well just go fuck the security.
That dude ain't got no, that dude ain't got no money.
And that's how it happens.
I said if he has money.
He doesn't have money, because if he had money, the dude wouldn't even get to him. The security would have stopped his ass before he got close. That's what I'm saying. You're not being real. This is not a real conversation. You don't give a shit about if your dude can goddamn do pull-ups and shit at the park.
I do think it's sexy.
I do think a woman would rather be picked up by her man than to have a man who has to pay someone to pick her up.
There you go. Ding, 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 ding.
Are you up? Did you get picked up?
You know why? Sweet girl, stroke.
Yeah, that's not.
But that goes back to point one. You got to be able to fuck.
Got a dick.
It doesn't. I'm telling you, it's a lot of very less than well endowed men with women because their bank account evens out the D. I'm telling you. I've got friends right now, and that's a in fact, this leads great. It's a great intro into my love it or leave it. Right. So a woman wants a $9,000 engagement ring, or she refuses to get married. The man has saved half of it so far. Right. So he has half of $9,000. So she tells him to get a second job so that he can afford it. What should he do? Should he, number one, get a second job? 2, ask her to pay half? 3, run from this woman? Or 4, finance it? My answer is 4. He should finance it. He should even come to her with all that problem. If she wants that ring and he truly loves her, I don't know about him getting a second job. That's a little bit much. I would never suggest a man get a second job to pay for my ring. But I do think if a man loves you, he should want you to have the ring that you want.
Yeah, okay, so you saw my face, right? All right,
hey,
so you would rather... No, so you just said you would rather he go into debt than actually get a second job and pay for it. Financing is debt.
I don't want to suggest that he get a second job. That's far be it from me to tell him how to come up with how to get the money. I don't even want to know how he got the money. I just want the ring that I want.
All right, so what if he got the money from the rich woman he smashed?
I don't know.
From his rich side chick.
Do I know? If I don't know, then I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how he got the money.
Oh my God, this is awful.
I don't know.
You would rather your man finance or have sex with another woman.
I didn't say that.
You said you don't know.
I said I don't want to know how he got the money.
Fellas, any woman that wants you to go into debt does not love you.
Oh my God.
She does not.
Hot take.
Nope.
I don't know, Crystal. I think $9,000 is a lot of money for a ring.
Is it really?
Yeah, because that's a lot of money for a ring. And I mean, think about all the little African kids whose arm is now mutilated.
Stupid.
For $9,000.
You can tattoo a ring on your finger and put $9,000 down on a house.
But let me ask you this: it depends on the woman that you're with. If the woman that you're with, that you love, she wants a particular ring, why would you?
Why does she want this ring? Why does she want a $9,000 ring?
That's not a part of the discussion. I don't know, but that's the ring that she wants. But if a man really loves you, he should want you to have what you want.
I personally, if out of those choices, if I had to pick between one of those, I would leave her. $9,000 is ridiculous for a ring. That's too much money for a ring.
What is good? What's a good number for a ring?
We're in the hundreds.
What?
Yeah, we're in the hundreds.
Shut up. I'm not even.
You know what's funny? My wife doesn't even wear her ring. We got bands because she...
I bet it's more than in the hundreds.
Listen, no, not the band. The band is in the hundreds.
Not the band, the actual engagement ring.
Let me tell you why. So where she works, her hand hits the table a lot, and so she can't even really wear...
So she would damage the ring.
She would damage it. And as a matter of fact, we had to reset the stone because it came out one time because of her using her hand so much. So... it's not practical. She never wears it. Maybe once a year, twice a year she wears it. The rest of the time she's got her band on because it's practical.
But when it comes to the ring, women don't care about practicality. They want to brag to their friends.
Until the stone falls out.
$9,000 worth of look, bitch.
Until the stone falls out. Hopefully you find it.
So jaded. It's not $9,000 worth of look, bitch. It's not that.
What is it?
You just want a pretty ring.
What is it?
I just want a pretty ring. You can't tell me why I want the ring.
Of course, if a man loves you, of course he wants to give you what you want.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying.
Regardless if it's a $9,000 ring or a red
I bet he would finance whatever else he got.
What? But I mean,
or if he's an affluent gentleman, he could just save up and get it.
So
I don't care how he gets it.
Would you take out a loan to buy something for your husband?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but
Would he want you to go into debt though?
That's not I mean, depending on what I can afford, it may not be going into debt. You already know as a man, getting that engagement ring is a big deal, right? You know that. It's nothing new. It doesn't pop out of nowhere. You should be knowing, okay, I'm getting ready to want to ask her to marry me. I need to have a sum of money together. It used to be 2 months salary? Most people's 2 months salary would be somewhere around $9,000.
They say that's a scam anyway.
Oh my God.
No, all of it is. It was all created by De Beers. All of that.
And you know what? I say this too. I know people that have done non-traditional methods to buy the ring, have not spent $9,000, but got more than $9,000 worth of ring.
Okay, so I have no problem with that. My thing is just
what about lab created diamonds? They look just as pretty.
I don't want to laugh.
I would rather do a natural stone, a different natural stone, like maybe a ruby or a black diamond or.
Why not? Why not lab created?
It just depends on the woman.
Emerald.
It depends on the woman. If the woman is okay with that, because there's some women that don't want a diamond. Some women want a different kind of ring. My thing is just love it or leave it. Women, would you be okay with would you want a man to take, I think take a second job is definitely too much. Like I wouldn't
post that graphic again, B. What were our options there? 1, 2, 3, and 4? Because some women gonna get left.
Get a second job. She
ask
told me
her
to
to
get a
pay
second
half.
job. She's whack. Ask her to pay half.
2 is not an option. You can't ask her to pay half.
Run from this woman. Like I think that's a little bit much.
Hey baby, I got my half on your ring.
You got your half on your ring?
If you want it that bad though.
Nigga, please.
If you want to see, I just feel like, okay.
A lot of women going to get left behind that, though.
It's not the ring. It's the cost of the ring. That's too much.
That's too much for a ring.
I think that's too much for a ring.
That's a red flag for things to come.
But that's probably, depending on that one, okay. If a woman wants a ring that's that number, which is kind of weird, because I know what I want. I don't know. I know the ballpark, but to say I want a ring that costs exactly this much, what if it's just that ring that she wants? If he can find that ring cheaper or, get a wholesale diamond or something like that, that's cool.
Or a lab-created diamond. One that doesn't cause a little Sierra Leone kid to get his arm cut off and, go into war camps to...
I don't know what that is. I just want to make sure.
See, you don't know what that... Like, I'm not socially conscious at all. I don't care that little black kids are dying because of this.
Some couples are more socially conscious than others.
I don't know what that is.
Right?
But if it was pretty, I would be fine with it. I just know I want a certain thing. That's all I know. But you don't get much. I mean, that's a big deal. Asking a woman to be your wife is a big deal. You should.
I think that's the biggest part of it, right? So why are we so caught up in trinkets?
This is just another excuse for men not to have to do shit.
No, let me answer a question. What about the ring makes the marriage more special?
It doesn't.
Then why do you want the ring? I'm not asking.
Because it is a token.
Okay.
It is a token of his affection for you.
So affection. So affection is not affection.
It's not a token of his affection.
A token means a symbol of his affection.
So his affection isn't symbol enough. We need to make we need to trick you.
A token. It's not a trick. It's a token.
Why can't I just give you affection? And you're like, man, my man really loves me.
A good man makes his woman happy enough so that she can brag to all her friends. It's $9,000 worth of little bitch.
I don't know where Kevin obviously has some different experiences. I don't know what that's about. But I'm not a person that brags about anything to anybody. So when I was married the first time, I didn't brag with my ring. Who does that? Like, I never did that. I did want a ring that made me smile. And I did smile. When I looked at it, I smiled. In fact,
see, I can't see all the comments.
Yeah, well, when I looked, so what I did is after I got divorced, I bought my own little ring so that the next guy that asked me to marry him would have to do better than what I did for myself.
Candy Robinson says she doesn't want her man going in debt. She's perfectly happy with a lab-created diamond. Thank you, Candy. I know you didn't say the part about the lab-created, but I'm pushing that.
Candy, he added some in for you.
If we were to get another ring, I'm not playing. If we were to get another ring,
you've been married how many years?
5.
Okay.
4.
So and you're talking now, but I know any man who really is in love with a woman wants her to be happy.
Of course.
All this, it doesn't really matter.
No, that's not true.
That don't make her happy.
That doesn't.
If she's not happy inside, then the ring don't matter. It can be a $90,000 ring, and she's still not going to be happy. She's going to be a miserable bitch with a $90,000 ring.
But what are you talking about?
Bitch, he's not talking about my wife. He's talking about another bitch.
Obviously.
Right.
But I'm just saying, if I'm sitting here as a woman saying, I want this ring, that ring will make me, I'm not unhappy. I'm chilling. But if you get me a ring, I don't want that ring. I want this ring. And anybody who really loves you is going to not have a problem doing that. I don't think so. Now, if you love him, you probably will be like, well, babe, I don't want you to spend all that money on the ring. Here, do this. But at the end of the day, if you love a person, my guy, he wants a very tricked out wedding ring. I will do it because I love him. Like, I'm not going to spend, like, who does that? If you really love a person, I don't think there's a problem with trying to make them happy. Like, that should be your goal, trying to make each other happy. Now, maybe she's a little bit superficial. I may be on that end. I admit it. But guess what? Whoever I'm with, he knows. Crystal, she's a little bit much. She likes certain things.
You're right.
But that's why he's with me. He knows who I am.
You're totally right. This isn't even an argument. You know why? Because if you're the kind of guy that wouldn't spend $9,000 on a ring, then you need to find a woman that doesn't want $9,000 rings.
I agree.
Right.
I agree.
She's not the one for you.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't. If the guy would I'd be like, this is not a good fit.
Right. So I would run away from that. I'd be number 3.
I would just, I would definitely not tell him to get a second job because I think that I would not want him going to work for my ring. But I also want to be with a man that's okay making me happy.
I'm sure that there's somebody out there that's driving Uber on the side to buy a ring.
But that's good.
I'm sure.
That's good. I mean, if he's so in love with that woman.
If a man loves a woman, he wants to work.
That.
He wants to work for her. Absolutely.
I
get that.
Yeah, there's women getting on there taking. Never mind.
I'd rather save up. I'd rather save up and
there
buy.
Are women doing all kinds
of
of things to make their man happy.
But
I think it's okay for you guys to make us happy one time.
Happy. Be happy, all right. You know what get you happy? This dick.
That is not enough. Dick is free. As we know, women, dick is so free. It's free. It's everywhere. You don't have to do anything to get it. Just be like, hey, I'd like some of that. Come on. And they come. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. You have to put down anything. You don't have to.
You're just gonna keep going if we don't stop you, huh?
I'm just let it, because she's gonna stick her foot in the mouth in a second. Get it wrong.
We're just gonna let you.
I'm waiting on it.
Oh,
Is that, are you empty? Or you still got some?
Give her rope. Just give her more rope. Let it go. Let it go.
Listeners, we've come to the end of another Music Love Life show. We really appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you go to the website, musiclovelifeshow.com. What else we got? We got to remind them some stuff. I know you told me last time. I forgot.
Well, we definitely want to remind you, if you enjoyed this today, if you're watching via Facebook and you enjoyed today, if you wouldn't mind sharing this with your friends and family, we would definitely appreciate that as we work to get our numbers up. We also want to remind you to go to either your Apple Music Store, Google Play, or Stitcher Radio and subscribe so that you are one of our subscribers and you automatically get the show if you're not able to tune in.
And the episodes are on YouTube as well. So if you can't catch it on Facebook, you can definitely find it there. And I guess we'll see you next week.
And then lastly, if you have comments about this show, especially ladies, if you want to support anything that I've said today, definitely we have an email, which is mailbag@musiclovelifeshow.com. Right?
Or they can go to the website and go to the contact us form, whichever is simpler for you.
All right. And we will see you next week with some information on why women are not achieving orgasm.
We'll argue again, I'm sure.
Yeah, because I don't know that women aren't achieving orgasm. I'm oblivious, listeners, viewers. I'm oblivious.
Beat it up.
Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see y'all next week.